Thanks for clicking on State of the City. My name's Todd Prafke. I'm the city administrator here in St. Peter, and as you can see, I've changed my studio around. If you're an avid watcher, you know that usually we look like this, but today, that's kind of a weird effect, huh? But today we're going to do it this way, and so we'll see if I can make it work out for you, and hopefully the information that I provide to you on this edition of State of the City is worthwhile. Today is December 16th. It's about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and however you're catching us, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube or off our website then to YouTube, we sure appreciate you clicking on State of the City. There's no council workshop tonight on the 16th, and really not another council workshop or council meeting until the new year, until January. So we're on, I don't know if it's hiatus or sabbatical or what. I think hiatus in television terms is the way to go. We're on hiatus for a few weeks, but I plan to do one more State of the City after this one before we get to the end of the year. So please stay tuned and subscribe underneath here if you're watching us on YouTube, so every time we put a new one up, you get information for that. But again, no council meeting, no workshop tonight. But there's still lots of stuff going on in St. Peter, and so let me click off a few things. First of all, I want to thank our new council members, Carrie and Emily and Brad and Shannon, for doing orientation last week. They spent about 4.5, almost 5 hours, honestly, with me last week, learning about rules and updates on issues and projects and some of the laws and getting their email address and all that kind of stuff for the city. So since they have their email address, let me give it to you so you have their email address. So this is in a little bit of code, so you'll have to maybe pay a little bit of attention. So it's council, their last name, at stpetermn.gov. So council, their last name, at stpetermn.gov. Now this is a little bit of a change because now we have two Johnsons. We have Carrie Johnson and Ed Johnson. Ed was on the council before. And so Ed is just Council Johnson, and Carrie will be Council K. Johnson at stpetermn.gov. So anyway, if you want to email them, it's a great place to catch them, and that's kind of the code or the way that you make that go when you want to email them. All right, let me jump into some of the tidbits of information. First of all, thanking Nicollet County, Al Christensen, and the county commissioners. Frankly, we don't agree with the county on lots of things, and that's okay. We still work together and try and cooperate when we can. And this is another great example of where the county and the city are cooperating. As you know, today or this week is an on week for recycling. We're now going to every other week, where for the last year and a half or so it's been every week, and prior to that it was every other week. Now we're going back to every other week again, and if you want to know more about that, give me a call, because I can talk for a long time on that. I don't have time for that all today, but one of the things that's going to happen here in the next week, I think, is that Al is going to be making sure that there are additional Kirby's at the two locations in St. Peter. This is a photo. It doesn't happen to be our locations, but they're going to put additional dumpsters out there for recyclable materials, for cans and aluminum cans and for cardboard and stuff like that. So those are going to be located at the two sites in town that we have, one of which is at the corner of St. Julian and Swift, what we call our compost facility. There's already a big roll-off there, but they're putting more down there because, during the Christmas season we tend to have a lot more cardboard and that kind of stuff. And then I think they're doing this also up at the county shop, which is just off Sunrise and Highway 22, so the south of the Highway 2 intersection. So anyway, watch for that. Thanks again to the Nicollet County Commissioners and to Al Christensen for helping our community out with that. They know that we pay fees every year as a part of our taxes, about $21, and they want to try and continue to enhance the value that brings to property owners within St. Peter. So as you get more boxes and other things at Christmas time, this is a great place to put some of those. Maybe not so much in your Kirby recycling bin, because those will get full, but this is a great opportunity for you to put recycling there. And now that I'm on the topic of recycling, I do want to mention, here's my recycling tidbit or tip for the week. As you can see, this is some of the information that we're putting out, and as you can see here where my little blue arrow is, wrapping paper is not recyclable. So don't put that in your Kirby or in these. Wrapping paper is not recyclable. That's my tip for you for the holiday season. Sorry about that. I mean, in some places it might be recyclable, but where we take our recycling, they do not want that wrapping paper. There's a lot of great other information on here on the holiday schedule and other things. So you should have received this. If not, there's some more information on our website. Love for you to check it out in relation to recycling. I also want to talk about Census. Here's some great information. We just had our Complete Count Committee meet last week. So a lot of great members on our Complete Count Committee. This is a group that's going to do a little bit of extra work to try and get the good word out about completing the census and what happens with the data. By the way, it stays private, and what it really means to us to be counted in the census. Every person not counted over the next decade costs our area about $15,000. So that's money that you and I and everybody pays in that we're not going to get back if we're not counted. So we want to make sure to get everyone counted as a part of that. And again, that Complete Count Committee is doing work for that. I want to mention Rivers Edge Hospital. I always love to mention them. This is a brochure that I've shown you many times about being on the community or patient and community advisory board. So if you're interested, give Stephanie a call. Here's some of our information on there. You can contact her or email her in a couple of different ways there. The hospital's doing great work. They are busy as all get out. George now has, flew the coop. He's gone as of the first week of December. And so as you may know, the commission and council have offered the CEO position to a gentleman named Joe Stratton, who's going to come from the Kansas City area. And so we're excited for him to get going. He's going to be starting in that first week of March. So not that far out, actually, when you think about holidays and everything else. So anyway, Rivers Edge is doing great, and so we're excited to continue to see them do good work and take care of people, take care of our community over the next year. I got to mention LED lighting as well. Make sure you're checking this out. There's all kinds of great information, and our friends at Aero Ace Hardware are helping us sell lights at a substantial discount. So for your LED lighting needs, bulbs, all kinds of stuff, you can hit Aero Ace Hardware. They've been our partners on a number of these kind of projects, and so normally we don't promote businesses here, but man, they do great work with us on being bright and saving energy within St. Peter. Speaking of saving energy, speaking of helping the environment, this is kind of a teaser for you. Our first workshop of the new year is on January 6th at 5:30, and one of the cool things that's coming up is the City Council is going to get an update about our Ameresco project, which has been completed now for a little bit over a year. So this is the project that made some building enhancements, but most significantly, what most people probably notice is the LED street lighting. So they're going to talk about that. So this report is going to be done by Ameresco, and I'm just teasing you. There's all kinds of great information and data in this report, and it talks about how much money we've saved and how much we've reduced our carbon emissions. Whoop, not going to let you see. We'll put some more information out after the 6th of January, so watch for that. It's actually very, very cool what the community's done and all of you participated in. So anyway, pretty cool stuff. So watch for that after January 6th. We'll make sure to have some information on our website and also on YouTube for you. I also want to mention Traverse Green, which is our housing neighborhood. There's all kinds of great opportunity for housing for working families, and so please check this out. Give this phone number a call and ask for Russ. We'd love to have you talk to him about housing opportunities for you and for your family out at Traverse Green. I also want to mention the hot sheet. Well, we're not going to have the hot sheet for the next couple of weeks, but in the new year, we're going to have the hot sheet's going to come out that first week of January, and it has lots of fantastic information. It is our weekly emailed newsletter, so you can subscribe, you can click on it on our website and see it. We'd love you to send us an email and tell us that you are interested in receiving the hot sheet. We'll be happy to email it out to your email box every 48 or 49 weeks of the year. So with that, one last thing. Here's how you can get a hold of us. You can email us here. You can check out our website, www.stpetermn.gov. We would love it if you liked us on Facebook, or you can give us a call. We're tweeting. Can you believe it? We're tweeting, and so here's our Twitter handle. And if you want to check us out on YouTube, we not only have State of the City on YouTube, but City Council meetings and County Commissioner meetings and school board meetings. So all the meetings you could ever want to see are on YouTube as well. So please feel free to check that out. With that, I'm going to stop. But first, I want to thank you. If you don't catch my next State of the City before the end of the year, have a great New Year. Have a nice Christmas if you celebrate Christmas. If you don't, well, that's cool, but have a great New Year anyway, and enjoy all the festivities and activities that are going on in town. So with that, thanks for clicking on State of the City. Hope to see you again next time.